Everybody, welcome to CDUBBS Dubs. My name is Matt.
I'm CDUBBS.
And I'm Jordan, and today we are back with another school-related anime.
And CDUBBS, before we get into the anime that we're going to be watching today, what do they need to do?
You can follow us by liking and subscribing at wingits.com on Instagram and Facebook.
And I'm not sure I've mentioned it before. It's free.
It's free. Okay, so today's anime that we're going to be talking about, and I'm going to let CDUB introduce it. What anime is we going to be talking about today, CDUBBS?
We are talking about Mashle, Muscle, and Magic. It is anime based off a Shonen Jump series written and illustrated Hajime Komoto. It was published in Weekly Shonen Jump from January of 2020 to July of 2023. It is being animated by A1 Pictures, licensing by Flix of America.
Well, in some cases, some might say this is basically like One Punch Man meets, Black Clover, and
yes,
and with a little bit of sprinkle of Bob Psycho in it. So it's about the main character named Mash Burnedead, who loves this world of magic, but unfortunately he is born complete without it. But rather than bubbing about it, his adoptive father, who raised him as a baby, because in this world, if you are not born without any lines, you are considered to be taboo, and therefore you must be turned over either into the Magic Bureau or you must be abandoned. Because the way the lines work is that majority of the population is born with like one line specifically going down either in a zigzag or sometimes in a curve, but a small minority of people are actually born with two lines, indicating that you are basically a prodigy in a sense. For the past decade and so, Mash and his father lived alone in a cottage because Mash's father wants to protect him from the Bureau. But unfortunately, Mash, wanders into the town
to get his cream puffs.
Definitely do like its sense of humor, especially I feel this anime just has really good timing. Like, one of my favorite jokes that caught me off guard was just like him pushing a ton of dirt into the vice principal's face and that makes it free. And then all of a sudden he's just like digging a hole in the floor right behind him.
And you know what? I will say this. I like the anime because, again, like Jordan has mentioned before, it does give me that Black Clover vibe because he has no magic, but it gives you the sense of humor of One Punch Man and Mod Soul. So, and I believe CDUB, you said that the artist said that he was inspired by those, at least that anime.
Yeah, he definitely did say he took influence from One Punch Man and Demon Slayer.
Okay, and so basically, Nash, as Jordan explains, he wanders into the village and this gets him into trouble. But what happens is he eventually goes to a school, if we want to say it's like Hogwarts, where all you learn how to your magic and all of this other stuff. He gets admitted into there. Although
the thing is, he's actually doing this because I guess we could say it's like the equivalent of the sheriff of the town is saying, you're pretty strong. So how about this? You attend this magical academy and you become what was basically like their version of like the Wizard King.
Divine visionary.
Yeah.
Basically like people who become members of the Bureau of Magic through like their achievements.
And through this, we will leave you and your dad alone. And surprisingly, he bluntly agrees.
And what's funny is I think the butt of the whole entire joke of the series is that these people really think he's superly full of magic, but he's just extremely super strong.
Yeah, because the first time when it comes to the entrance exam, when they're trying to like pick up a broom.
Oh, that's my favorite episode.
He literally just slams his foot on the ground. He's just catching. It's just like boom. I made it fly.
What you was gonna say, CW? Up.
And then when the examiner tries to then have like this whole like maze thing where if you don't get out at a certain number of time, you're going to fail. But in the midst of this, we are then introduced to his first friend being Lemon Irvine, who tries to play the poor defenseless girl.
Damsel in distress.
Right. And in the midst of this, she tries to seal him in handcuffs. And it was like, I sort of like this girl. But then he just casually just gets up and casually just breaks the both of them. And she is then bombarded by this minx-like statue.
And he doesn't even she's literally trying to destroy him. But his strength is so strong, it doesn't work. To the point where he basically punches a hole in the wall and he he's out of the maze.
Right.
He saves her life. So I think it's so funny because you got all of these characters. They're their magic is super strong, and for somehow a punch can beat them or whatever else. He's freakishly strong.
And then we come to realize that the examiner actually put Lemon up to the whole stunt.
I love the fight scenes. I love the conflict that he's having with different people around the school.
I don't know if I can like Lance. I didn't like it with Ghosh. I don't think I can like it with Lance.
I immediately got, oh my god, this is just Ghosh 2.0.
I don't like Ghosh. Me and Ghosh don't get along.
Okay. These cream puffs, the way that he eats them, I want one.
That's the thing, though. They look actually good.
What about you, C-Dub?
I definitely think this show definitely preys upon my like sweet tooth, and dang, they do look good, and especially when they dedicate like the beginning and ending of the end like credits sequence to
Actually go into like full detail on how you make the cream puff.
Yeah.
And it's he can cook.
Yeah, he does.
He only thing he knows how to really know how to make.
Because like in episode 5 where they have like this like this rash because it was supposed to be part of like an assignment and they're supposed to like make this dish. He makes nothing but cream puffs. And Lance says, I saw you do the exact ingredient, but somehow you come out doing a cream puff. So then we are introduced to his roommate named Finn Ames, who is a first year, and turns out he was actually doing some not so good things to the Mash under the head of Lloyd Campbell, who was this high-ranking member.
He's basically the Draco Malfoy of the school.
Yeah.
My father will hear of this.
Because we learned that in this school, depending on your lineage and magic, you get special treatments.
Right. Just like Jordan explained earlier, depending on how many stripes you is would determine your social status, as far as in the magic world, but also at the school, because the aristocratic society, if they have 2 or more stripes, they're rich and they have like nobility and all of this other stuff. Where there's a guy, he's a puppet master, right? He can actually turn, his magic gives him the ability to turn people into puppets. And at some point he tries to turn Mash into a puppet,
right?
But it's very unsuccessful about it. And I think it's just hilarious.
At the end of episode 3, we are then introduced to essentially the star jock of this world named Tom Knowles, who recruits Mash. He said, bro, I saw your action out there. You guys, you gotta burn it up, bro. He recruits Mash for what is, I think, their equivalent of like basketball.
Quidditch.
And it reminds me of that Harry Potter scene, but the way that he does this, he's able to, again, to use his strength, and everybody's like, oh my god, his magic is so powerful, and he wins. And it's these subtle things that Mash is doing where you like, don't nobody know that he doesn't have any powers, but you really can't tell because of how athletic he is.
Right, because people see when he's in the air, he's just literally just flutter kicking, trying to stay afloat. And then he's literally using his finger strength, which is, I do like the animator's detail because you can actually see the curvage of his fingers when he throws it. And he's just doing this all in just one whole motion to the point where he scores over 1,000 points.
He never gets caught. This is the hilarious part about it. He never gets caught. And he figures some type of way to use his strength to where it's like magic. He never gets caught. Jordan.
I will say I really do like the voice acting of this series. Oscar Lee does like a really good job playing like this very deadpan character.
Oh yeah,
and it's really impressive considering how much I've seen of his range, because he also played Zenitsu in Demon Slayer. And what was the previous anime that we talked about before?
We talked about
the Demon Misfit Academy.
Oh yeah, he also played the main character in that.
Yeah, and
seriously?
Yeah,
I noticed that too, and he also plays Song Jin Woo in Solo Leveling too. The man has a very impeccable record.
Yeah, we recommend it, right?
Yeah.
We recommend that this is a series that you should watch. What do they need to do if they want to hear us discuss more anime?
You can follow us by liking and subscribing on WingHands.com and Instagram and Facebook.